Southeast Texas recently lost a legend in the collision business with the passing of my good friend Sterling Bradley, owner of Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches. Sterling had a lot of loyal customers in the collision industry and tons of great friends here in Southeast Texas who miss him dearly. He got an early start in the auto body and paint business.
And my father would paint cars and trucks for people at the refinery, and my mom would tape them up while he was at work at the refineries, and when he got off, he'd spray them, and yeah, it's a way of life.
And what a life and legacy Sterling Bradley leaves behind. He was a very successful businessman, a mentor, a community leader, and loving family man. Rest in peace, Sterling. You're a great example of a life well lived, and we miss you. Of course, everything changes in life, but one thing has remained constant since the Bradley family started Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches, Texas, way back in 1962. You can still trust that they'll get the job done with fairness, expertise, and precision. Now 3 generations of Bradleys have carried on that legacy of professionalism that was started almost 60 years ago. I think the time is right to reminisce a little and look back at some of the highlights from Sterling's tips in past episodes of the Jim King of the TV show. Sterling Bradley's tip number 1, how to save money on your aging headlights.
A lot of these headlights on today's cars, they used to be fairly inexpensive, but today you can spend upwards of $2,300 for a headlight. In most instances, headlights run anywhere from $300 to $600 on your car. And this is a whole lot cheaper fix than going out and just purchasing a new headlight. This will hold up for a period of time, but like the original headlight, it will dull. Sooner or later, you will have a dulling effect come back. So what I'm fixing to apply right now to this plastic is to make the clear coat adhere to it. It's actually called an adhesion promoter. It's actually softening the material, getting it hot, and it's going to soften it, and then when the clear coat hits it, it actually allows that clear coat to actually bond and adhere and melt into that surface. Let's see, here we go. All right, and that's what we actually did. We actually just clear coated the headlight. If you'll zoom in on that, you can see how it actually has a shine like your finish on your car would.
Time for Sterling Bradley's tips on the latest technology. Bradley stays abreast of the latest technology and now are utilizing live genetics. Arity Virtual Assist.
What we do is we plug this into the car and we actually talk to the insurance company, kind of like Skype. We're actually going live on our supplements with them. And what we do is we go out there with the adjuster and we talk to him and we show him the damage that they've missed, because what you got to think of is when you send that picture to the insurance company, you've got a guy sitting in a cubicle looking at a computer screen that someone took a picture of.
It's nearly impossible to write an accurate estimate off a photograph.
So what we do, we get you over here, and once it comes in, they've missed the damage, well, we go live. We Skype with the adjuster, and we actually can plug this into your car, and it'll actually read the ECM in your car, do a pre and post scan, and it'll tell the insurance company is there anything wrong with your car. Yeah, my father started this business in 1962. He was working out at a refinery and shipyards, and he started painting people's trucks and cars that worked at the refinery with him, and finally went in business in 1962 and been in it a long time.
Of course, everything changes in life, but one thing has remained constant since the Bradley family started Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches, Texas, way back in 1962. You can still trust that they'll get the job done with fairness, expertise, and precision. Now 3 generations of Bradleys have carried on that legacy of professionalism that was started almost 60 years ago.
King of the Road.
Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. Bradley's Collision Center has served thousands of very satisfied customers since 1962, and Sterling has always had a passion for classic and high-performance machines.
This little car we race occasionally, it's a alcohol A-Alter dragster. We run out Evadale, Houston Speedway, play with. All the guys out in the shop, we all get together and race it, and he gives the guys something to do. We painted this car for especially just for Super Chevy, We won Super Chevy, best of color at Super Chevy in Houston, and also best of color in Dallas on it. But this was actually a car done just for Super Chevy.
Mike White of Beaumont is the proud owner of the 67 Corvette.
That's 3 different candies on top of a silver base. And it's a 2-tone candy paint job. And he's won 129 trophies with this car.
In fact, Mike recently won 5 awards for his 67 Corvette at the New Orleans Car Club show.
King of the Road.
That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee is the Southeast Texas headquarters for live music, dinner, drinking, and dancing. Honky Tonk Texas features a steady stream of the best live entertainment in the Lone Star State. Come scoot a boot and shoot some pool or shuffleboard. Make plans to be at the Honky Tonk Texas every Thursday for steak night. Delicious Texas-sized steaks cooked to perfection with all the fixins. And don't forget the world-famous Honky Tonk Grill inside of Honky Tonk Texas. See your favorite national, regional, and local artists on the Honky Tonk stage. Drink, dance, and dine on Friday nights at Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee, Texas.